should be live. Hi, guys. I can hear my voice actually. Hello, everyone. Welcome to I Just React and Review the rare lives that we do on this channel. Hello.
Rare.
And
Very, very rare.
I
very
actually
rare.
the other day I saw your live section on YouTube, and the last live was more than a year ago.
I don't do it. That's
E-
the problem.
I want a comment under the video. Chechi did live before GTA 6.
Yes. Oh, and look at me. I have to actually, I forgot to plug in my charger.
Wow,
Arey. Great start, guys.
Great
Good
start.
omen.
Great
just
start.
Good
like
omen.
just like Maharaja. What a intriguing start to.
Guys,
Don't
we'll be
worry,
taking your
guys.
questions. Leave your questions in the chat and we'll talk about the film. Spoiler alert.
So, guys, thank you, guys. Thank you, Nona and Keshav, for joining in on this rare occasion where I do a live. And I always say, जब भी मैं live करती हूँ, that I will make it a regular thing, but I never do. So
Yeah.
that's on me.
We know.
Yes.
We know.
But but how have you guys been before we deep dive into the film?
Sheshav,
Yeah,
you go
all
first.
good. How are you? Actually, you were not in the best of
Yeah.
the.
Yeah.
This was supposed to happen a week ago.
Yes. We were supposed to, Nona and we were supposed to do a live watch along, which could not materialize. But nonetheless, I told him that we will definitely do a spoiler discussion. And here we are, guys. So you can obviously share your questions in the chat. But let's just start right away. Guys, first thoughts, initial thoughts. And let me tell you, I have not seen, Nona, your review. So this will be like
It's
my
okay.
first time listening to your thoughts.
I also consciously didn't see both of your reviews, so just to have that surprise element.
Yes.
Yeah, repeat ho jayega na. It will be like repetitive.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, it was not good. I saw a lot of problems with.
I am sure I saw your thumbnail, but I'm sure that's not the case.
Damn it. No, what a screenplay. Definitely one of the best Tamil film of the year, unless I'm forgetting or I've not seen any. But yeah, screenplay is amazing. It's genius. It's like Nolan kind of stuff where you just and it's very simple. The idea is that it's so basic thing. You
Hmm.
just there are two narratives and you are intercutting them and rearranging them in an order which makes it so fascinating. And every time we shift timelines, it's a big
Yeah.
reveal. And the way it's done, it's very basic but so geniusly done. And yeah, it was really like something. Like I recorded a reaction
Yeah.
live watch along, and I was every 15 minutes. Oh my god! Oh no! Oh, oh shit! Oh, maybe no. I was just like this throughout.
Right.
I was like this. Oh no, it's not the case. So
Correct.
yeah, it was a roller coaster ride in its literal sense.
What about you, Keshav?
Yeah, I hadn't seen a Tamil film in a long time because, of course, they don't come as many as Malayalam films these days. Like there's almost a new Malayalam film almost every Friday on OTT or something. So the frequency is also less, but then also because of the audience base on our channels, it's more Malayalam's, right? So it had been some time since I watched a Tamil film, and
Yeah.
this film actually kind of didn't really create that much hype when it came in theaters because you know a lot of factors, I guess, because before this, I guess, Vijay Sethupathi was also not having the best of the times with his movies and the success. And I think it came in June, if I'm not wrong, and at that time, World Cup was also on. So it didn't really have the same amount of hype which a usual Vijay Sethupathi film would have had. But slowly it built up the word of mouth, and
Yeah.
uh, everybody started suddenly talking about the climax and the twists and turns, and then I was really looking forward for it to come to OTT. And when I watched it, I mean, it was worth it. Like, I just wish that, I had seen it in a Chennai single screen theater. That would have been some sort of, experience, because uh, first of all, people get so mad about their superstars there, and the way they react to these twists and turns when the
Yeah.
protagonist is winning, especially. So, that would have been some sight. Like, after watching the film, I kept searching on YouTube, Maharaja theater reaction, Maharaja climax audience reaction. So, I mean, I think it's a very slow simmer kind of a thing, where, like, slowly you boil the milk and finally it comes to the boiling point at the end. So it was that kind of a slow burner kind of a experience, and absolutely, loved it. And one of my, yeah, it's gonna end up in probably somewhere in top five at the end of the year when we do the discussion.
Yeah. Same. I don't know about top 5, but top
Same.
10 for sure. For sure. It will be in the list for sure. And I absolutely loved how, like Nona, you said, a very simple narrative which was broken down and rearranged in a way which made us feel, made us gasp, made us, be in the edge of our seats. Like till the very end, I was completely like in shock. I was completely hooked. So because I went in with the film when the movie released, I did the trailer reaction, and a lot of people told me that please go in without any, like, with a blank slate. We are not going to give you any spoilers. Don't think about anything. Just go and watch the film. But I was not able to catch it in the theater. Then I was waiting for the OTT release, and that time also I did not sit with too many expectations. I was like, okay, let me just watch it. Let's see what happens. And then I was completely like, I was telling this to Keshav. I messaged him, like, I was like, my jaw was on the floor till the end of the film. By the end, it was completely like that. So I loved it.
Yeah,
Uh,
This,
the moment I finished watching the film, I texted her, what the
yeah,
what the f, like, what was that climax? It's and I woke up to her reply in the morning. I'd watched it late night, and you know, uh, and it's like, if you look at just the core idea of the film, it's not a very unique or fresh idea, right? It's the
yeah,
screenplay which really turns sort of a normal idea into such an engaging thriller. So I
right.
think screenplay and editing are the real winners. Of course, direction, you
For
can't.
for me, definitely direction and editing, because I think the way they have actually thought out to put like the sequence of events, it's definitely non-linear, but the way they show it, it feels linear as well.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
You ju-
illusion.
yeah, that's like the illusion that they create, that it's probably a linear storyline, but it's also a non-linear
yeah, yeah,
storyline, and you have to figure it out, like, okay, which timeline is it, because they don't spoon feed you anything in this
Yeah.
film. So I
yeah.
loved that. But any negatives for you guys in the film?
Oh, where to start from?
Really?
uh, okay, I'll not go to the big talking point about the film. Maybe we can dealt with it later. But one thing which the whole the way the police station scene was treated, like when I saw the trailer, I was like, this is so fascinating. Lakshmi, what is Lakshmi? It
Yeah.
gives you such a sense of, oh, what is happening. This is such a weird, situation. And he's just there for what is Lakshmi? It
Mm.
makes no sense. And the trailer is cut really well. And I got spoiled about what is Lakshmi. So in the comments, someone said Lakshmi is dustbin. I'm like, oh my god, is that
Okay.
like the big twist at the end of the film? Because that's how the trailer portrays it, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, let's just not think about it much, let's not get more into it. And I just kept away. And when the film came out, I didn't read up anything, what's happening, nothing. I just went
Yeah.
in blind. And I love the fact that within 5-10 minutes, we know what Lakshmi is. So I was like, thank God. But also the thing that if Lakshmi was a big reveal, if it's a great movie, it will not matter. If knowing the twist, it will not matter. The film
Yeah.
will be strong enough without even in knowing the twist, you will enjoy the film.
Yeah.
So, but it was just totally something else. So, but I didn't like the police station scene.
Hmm.
It had a problematic point of showing police brutality and making a comedy out of it. also not comedy just in in the sense that it feels looks hilarious, but in the music that's playing, the whole moment where Vijay
Okay.
Sethupathi is telling his story, and the way the actors are playing it, like the police guy, and there's a close up of the actor who was beaten up, making faces, and it's like
Okay.
the music BGM is very comedic, and like you don't need it. It's such a peculiar situation which is
Okay.
hilarious in itself. You don't need to add this extra music, this extra overacting, to show faces. Oh, what is he saying? Dustbin. He's here about dustbin fire. Oh my god, he's making face.
Hmm.
Like, you don't need any of this. It's just it's a Anurag Kashyap moment. If you have seen Ugly, if you have seen Gangs of Wasseypur, it's a hilarious situation where you just let the actors do, let them cook,
Hmm.
let them take the scene wherever they take, which is hilarious. They know what to do, let them do it. Just keep the camera there, let us be looking at it and just amazed and laughing of what is going on.
Okay.
Remember, have you seen Ugly, any of you?
Yeah, yeah.
So there's a scene where they go to a police station to file a report that their daughter is missing,
Hmm.
and you find that that's a serious moment, right? It is serious moment.
It is.
But the fact that they have to go and the police is asking, "Are pen hai kya? Are pen lana?" And they just random shit, and you're like, "What? Oh, actor हो क्या? किसमें acting की है? अच्छा वो देखा है? अरे इधर आ, वो देखे तूने?" So it's like, what the hell is going on? It's like so, such a situation which makes it so hilarious without adding
Okay.
anything. And I
I
felt
think
they already had a great moment,
yeah,
but
I
they
think
just
it's the
made it too much.
see the comedy element is there in the police station scene is comparing. So the difference is in Ugly, the police station scene had dark comedy, but here it's more
It's not
slapstick.
intended like that.
No, here it's more slapstick comedy, which you see in
Yeah.
Tamil cinema a
Yeah.
lot. So had they, retained comedy but with some sort of black humor, that would have worked better in this sort of a serious scenario.
Vishnu had this view, like he's saying about, but this is a different police situation where he's saying ki, point of discussion in this stream whether the police being silent on Vijay's taking the law in his hand was good or bad.
So okay. Kaylee's
Interesting.
paused for me. Okay, she's there.
Yeah,
I'm there, am I?
the video is frozen.
Have I
Yeah.
come back?
Your audio
Not
is there,
yet.
but your video is frozen.
Wait, I'll go back and come back. Am
It's
I here? Is it still
I
frozen?
don't I
still
don't
frozen.
like being in the spotlight.
Still frozen. Yes.
Change it, Chachi, change it. So Keshav, let's hijack the channel.
Am I
Guys,
still frozen?
yes. Try doing that thing. No, the settings, the video settings, the
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. But you guys can discuss this point till then.
Yeah, so I did make a point of this in my review, talking about it. I think, in a sense, like, it is an old thing. I'm not gonna just blame this movie even for the comedy scene. It's not like, this is, we never have something like this in other films. When this movie did it, it's wrong and all. It is a thing in Indian cinema where we don't draw a line, and in a sense, in a narrative wise, Vijay Sethupath's actions can be justified because he's a character, and he's flawed. Whatever his thinking is, he's justifying his actions. you
Mm.
know but when a authority like that, in a film where you're a police, right?
Hmm.
Okay, they showed they are not great guys, but in a way they kind of Robin Hood, because they are not just using, like taking from the rich, distributing among themselves, but also the guy they are using as a thief.
Yeah, yeah,
So it's not like they're just bad people,
right.
but they're police, right? And it was okay. If it was okay, then they actually catch him, but they're not like giving him like, go kill him now, we'll take care of it. Like, that's like, it's very problematic point in the movie for me. Like,
For
you
you.
are
Okay.
law, right? That's what you represent. And saying, again, you can say even they are characters, and they feel like that, but the way movie does it's like kind of justifying it, that this is the way to do it, right? And that's not a good thing in any society. Like, you don't want everyone taking law in their hand for the things that happen to them.
I don't know.
Everyone be just
I
killing each
felt
other.
okay with that. Somehow I was like,
No,
oh, I
at a
felt okay with
moment,
it.
that
Like because
moment feels like,
yeah,
yes, you should, like, the
Yeah, that
film does it
vigilante
that you
feeling.
want them to
Yeah,
suffer the worst thing. But I'm
yeah.
saying the message that is giving out is
Huh.
not the best message to take away from the film. That's the point.
That's an interesting one because I raised this point in my review also, that people might not be okay with it. So I guess you are one of those people, because I said that, I was watching the film mostly from Vijay Sethupathiy's point of view, from
Yeah,
Maharaja's point of view. So I wanted that vigilante justice to happen. So I was okay with it. But there would be people who might not be okay with it because, I mean, if the citizens and police, everybody is doing vigilante justice, then where is the law? So
yeah.
there definitely would be people that are not okay with it. But were you fine with that, Keshav?
Uh, See, it's a double-edged sword, right? The same police was also taking money from him in the beginning, and the like initially the whole motivation of that main policeman was because he was paying so much money, and we had seen in the scene earlier that the gold thief. So all
Yeah.
that was plotted and planned, and he was keeping a cut. So he was somebody who was into bribery and everything.
Yeah.
So initially, see if that is also wrong, right? If he's taking this case where a dustbin has been stolen, otherwise he wouldn't have taken it seriously at all if this guy was not paying him, right? So there are two sides of coin. If him letting him kill that guy is wrong, of course, then the way it all was set up was also wrong, right? So these are the cinematic liberties, and I saw this comment. It says vigilante justice works well for cinema. So I think that's the angle, right? It just adds that sort of cinematic layer to it, because if not for the policeman, if he would have killed him otherwise also, the villain would still have gotten killed. So it's only the route they took, and as he said, it works for cinema.
But that's the problem, right? That if
Hmm.
he had done it and at the end he's caught, like they catch him, like they have to take him in for doing it. He
Yeah.
murdered. By that time he had already murdered one person. He's murdered now, and he's going to murder third person. And they're like, Did you find the third guy?" And now
Yeah.
he's going there, and Vijay Sethupathi, I don't know who he's beating up there in the, like there's a other, like I don't know who are those people. Did they also did something to him? Like we have no idea. He's just beating those people up.
I think it was the
So
collective anger, and maybe they had to show some kind of
They were
action
the
there as well.
see
Like, I also
that's
did
where
not
the
see the point because he could have just beaten up Anurag
See, that's
Kashyap.
where the problematic thing arises,
Yeah.
right? And when there are people who say that you are using a crime against a woman to
Hmm.
show violence by men, and like a heroic moment or whatever. It depends how you want to see look at it. But I think other than that, nothing felt for me like heroic. Vijay Sethupathi is
Okay.
not played like a hero in the film at no point. He's
Hmm.
the guy who's just holding on to something and not leave for a
Hmm.
daughter. you
Hmm.
know he doesn't have big quick liners. He's not being a macho guy.
Yeah,
So
he's not being
the
that.
film is not playing him as a hero.
Yeah.
But that moment does the like it actually makes no sense that why is he killing those people. Like he literally is killing those people. He's a
Right.
man. They are also, maybe they didn't do anything. They were just friends with him. They also have a family back there. you
Yeah.
know and Tamil cinema is something which has given us a Visarna and Viduthalai. So
Yeah.
you
But
have
then there
to.
will be both sides of, like, from the same industry, you will get a film where they are uh, glorifying the police and they're glorifying that vigilante justice by police. And there are films, like you said, Vijutale, where the brutality is actually showed at a very, very high level. So maybe you get both the sides, right? I mean, it cannot be just one thing.
No, the point is about this film, right? Like
No.
the way they are dealing with it. Like, see, the whole point of the film is that what you are doing to someone else will end up coming back to you. The
Hmm.
cycle of karma.
Yeah.
We show that, and then you have these loose points that if you are doing it for the right thing, it's okay to harm others.
Hmm.
So you cannot have
Got it. I get the
kind of
point, what you're
two
trying to
things at
say.
the same time, right?
But I think that for me, it wasn't like a very big, like a let down point which affected my viewing experience. Though I've seen in comments also, like this one, comparatively, they're comparing this film a lot with Irata. Uh, do you feel that, yeah, there should be that comparison between this and Irata?
I when the film got over and I looked at the comments, people like Irata, Irata. I'm like, oh, I didn't even think of it, you know.
Same. Even I
And
didn't think of it,
Irata
to be
is a
very honest.
film which I don't think will stay with me for a long. It's already hasn't stayed for
Hmm.
me for a long. You know, like
Hmm.
I remember it very well. Whereas this film, I'll remember for many years to come. I think the difference is there, and I feel Irata. I felt it plays into that the coincidence, the wildest of coincidence happening, at
Yeah.
once. Whereas
Yeah.
in this film, it's about two characters, and the time they cross each other's paths, their lives are intertwined. And whatever happens, one coincidence is that Rajesh Chatupati shows up at the same time the police shows up.
Hmm.
That's the one big coincidence that happen, and everything else is happening with a logic or with the organic flow.
Yeah.
But Irata, I felt even like old boy people say some when the comments said right. Even
Yeah.
old boy is very much like everything is planned. Like a guy is willing to go that far to just take revenge from someone, which is
Right.
a very wild kind of a fantasy in a sense. How dark a man can go for revenge and everything. But
Right.
yeah, this I think is very different in a sense that, of course, the screenplay structure, but also that it's very small in a sense. Like there's two people whose life are intertwined,
Right.
and everything is a cause and effect of that, not
That.
like the stupid, not stupid but illogical or too much coincidence will be that, oh, even the truck driver who killed the family, even that is associated with Anurag Kashyap, he had sent someone from his jail, or like
Yeah. Yeah. That would
you
have
connect
been
everything to
too much.
something, so yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be too much.
See,
Yeah.
more than these things, of course, these are like everyone will have a different answer based on morality, like uh,
Yeah.
killing and all that. My problems with this film, first of all, was uh, the grip he has. I mean, that's just illogical. That's
In
straight
the
up
in the in the school.
everywhere in the school,
Yeah.
in the police station. That's first of all humanly not possible. It's like Viju Sethupathi gets a superpower. Like if you remember in Master, his fist was something which was like a superpower, that he has such a strong fist and punch, and
Yeah.
here you have the grip. So that didn't really sit well with me. That how can 10, 15, 20 people not just get it away? And the other thing was I didn't really like the lip sync with Anurag Kashyap, because obviously he was not really speaking Tamil when he was acting, or he was just some words were there, like you could feel that, but overall, like, even the dubbing was okayish. But then I switched to Hindi just to see if at least in Hindi, Anurag Kashyap has said his own dialogues, but he hadn't dubbed his Hindi dialogues as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I would have wanted either for him to at least act out those Tamil dialogues, so that even if somebody else dubs, a better vocal actor dubs, so that the lip sync is much better and clearer. But here, of course, they also took some liberty of having set such angles where most of the times it's not directly focused on his mouth, but then overall, like, that kind of put a
Work.
little bit of a blemish on my film experience, because he was the main villain, right? So
Yeah.
of course he had the impact where it comes down to just acting and expressions and everything. But as a demonic character, when he was speaking, especially in the beginning scene, his introduction scene, when he's talking to that woman and her daughter,
Hmm.
it just sort of takes away that shine from the performance if the lip sync is not as good.
Okay. I also switched between Hindi and Tamil, uh, because I was also thinking that, okay, let me just see how the Hindi dub also is. For me, I feel like you are right about the lip sync thing, but I felt that it did not really diminish my viewing experience, because I think his acting was so good that it felt very real. Like I could resonate with the emotions, because in the film both the protagonist and the antagonist, they got like equal weightage. We spend a lot of time with the antagonist as well, so I think that way it kind of subdued. I feel that this movie's positives for me really outweighed the negatives somehow, because sometimes what happens is, if I have a gripe with the film, I kind of remember it, that, oh, this was a problem, and I did not like this thing, and this really diminished my viewing experience. For this film, surprisingly, none of that happened. Like for me, I'm thinking to myself right now, okay, was it that bad? Was I feeling that like this did really it hamper my experience? It did not. Like this is one of those movies where that none of that happened for
I
me.
mean, just imagine that you loved his acting performance. So on top of that, if the lip sync was also perfectly
I'm
done,
sure. Yeah.
it takes it to yet another level. And
Correct.
maybe since we watched it on OTT on smaller screens, the effect was not as much. Maybe people who saw it on big screen, if we can ask somebody there, that maybe on big screen that is more exposed, right?
Correct. This is an interesting comment. Is it a stereotype? This is how we want police to behave, act as per code of conduct. Actually, we don't know how police act in real life. We hear encounters of dangerous criminals from them.
I'll
Interesting.
just name one film, Jana Gana Mana. That's the end of the line.
I feel that Indian cinema has portrayed police in every light. Vigilante, bad, brutal, good, you know?
See,
Um,
when you're watching a Singham, right?
Yeah.
They kind of is first Singham. I'm not talking about other films. The Hindi one.
Hmm.
They kind of show you a build up of a policeman trying to do good, and the system is corrupt and everything and all of that,
Hmm.
and he has to find loopholes to actually win. So
Hmm.
then you are exploring that part of it, right? But in a movie like this, I'm not saying Vijay Sethupathi shouldn't have done it. Like I'll not question that character's intentions because he's coming from a different angle, and we're watching that. And even somewhere we also want that vigilante justice, right?
Yeah.
But when as police, and that too, there are multiple of them, and they're just deciding, oh, we'll give him to kill him because
Hmm.
what if it's our daughter? Then everyone will think, what if our daughter? That's the police saying it and mentioning it makes it very problematic. That's my point.
Okay.
Like you can justify it. Oh, they are this character in the film and this and that. You can justify it any way you want. But I'm saying it is still problematic. It doesn't change that fact.
I mean,
Well,
we've seen other films where uh, a vigilante sort of hero has taken law in his hands, and then there has been consequences. Like if you see, there was an Irfan Khan movie. I can't remember the name where he saves his son. Do you remember that? Where he takes law in his own hands. He kidnaps somebody's son, and then just to take revenge.
I've not seen the movie. I've seen the some moments of it. It's
I can't.
something from
which one?
M. It's from M.
I
It's
can't
Irfan
recall.
Khan's old movie. It came in 2017, I think. I think Jimmy Shergill was the cop in it, if I'm not wrong. So again, the
Might
same
have seen it.
sort of thing where he takes law in his own hands because something bad has happened with his own kid, and then but there are consequences at the end when
Hmm.
he finally gets arrested or something. Uh, a Wednesday again, Nasiruddin Shah's character took law in his own hands, but then at the end,
Madari.
Madari, right?
Madari.
So,
Okay.
so yeah, so that was the thing I was trying to point out that it's so subjective this thing that different versions. Like somebody said, we don't know how police works in real life. We haven't had that experience,
Hmm.
but we most of us would either agree or maybe be on the edge of the fact that whatever we have heard or seen or read, we get to hear that policemen are corrupt, and
Yeah.
it just the other day I was on Twitter reading that for the passport verification there's no way that you can get away without giving a bribe if you want to get it done.
Which is a sad,
Dude,
sad reality.
that's
No,
a whole
no. This
scene
this
in
comment is for you. You have
yeah.
to make
No,
this.
I just want to add one thing. That's beautifully portrayed in Baba Josh Superhero. Him trying to get it in the right way and he's unable to do it and he finally gives up. The frustration of getting a passport. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think everything is there. Okay. Yes, sequel idea, interesting. That
Yeah.
kind of reminds me of Taken, which is this only. That part two is all. I think which movie part is that he goes to them is like, if I let you live, will you come back? To my
Right.
hurt my family. He said yes, and then he just kills them.
Somebody
So
said somebody said Mardani. I think they meant Madari, but even
Madari.
Mardani is also a good example where in that I think Rani Mursi takes the law in her own hands.
Yeah. Well, I feel there are a lot of films where police actually takes law in their hands in a way that okay, system is corrupt, so let me just do it my way.
Right.
Right. But
What about
but
this comment? Cool YouTuber says Anurag Kashyap would not have sent the lorry to kill BJS because uh, accident happened at Kashyap's house only. That's
yeah,
interesting.
yeah,
Arey, but
because he was
how
talking
would
about the
okay?
coincidences. It's,
I
I
have a
think, because of
counter to
that.
this. Counter to this, how would he know that his family has shifted somewhere else? He would have just told that guy, the barber guy, follow him and find out where he goes and kill him.
Yeah,
But I'm just that's a makeup thing. That's not part of the story. I'm just making up.
correct. No, but
I'm giving
then
you a logic for something I made up.
no, but I feel that acting wise, do you think that anybody did not act out that well?
I just want to point out about the lip sync. I
Hmm.
didn't notice. I was reading the subtitles, so I didn't even notice.
No, I noticed it in few places, but like I said, it did not really hamper the experience because again, yes, your lot of attention goes into reading the subtitles also.
I mean,
Did the Hindi version is Anurag Kashyap voice?
no,
No.
Because I know it's not Vijay Sethupathe's voice.
that's the thing. So I was,
That's the worst part. Then
yeah,
it's
Yeah.
better to watch in Tamil only.
I was expecting that. See now, Vijay Sethupathi has also done Merry Christmas and Farzi and all that stuff, so he can speak Hindi, right? So
Yeah.
I was expecting when I turned to Hindi dub that maybe at least these two have dubbed their own voices, then I can watch it in Hindi as well.
No,
But they
because dub
didn't.
is except Telugu. I think all of the dubs is done by Netflix. So
And the Hindi dub was even worse. At least Tamil dub I was okay with because I understand a little bit of Tamil having spent 6 years in Chennai, so my attention was not completely on the subtitles. So
Okay.
I could bounce off, here or there. So
Okay.
that's why my experience was not as good because whenever the actor was speaking something and Anurag Kashyap was not really going ahead with it.
Okay. But did you feel that performance wise anybody was lacking?
the leads, no, not at all. I was more surprised by Anurag Kashyap though. I was really surprised because
I was
it's a
pleasantly surprised.
very like especially the last scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay, just bad guy. I'll just devilish, and then he's like shows his tender side with his daughter, and then
Right.
at the end that like how do you perform that scene? It's like biggest of the actors would like to try out. Like it's
Try
very
out.
hard how to take
But
forward. So him delivering in that moment is wow. It's
I
really
didn't understand the significance of that sports teacher that they had
yeah.
because in the beginning
Yeah.
they were setting it up like she's gonna be some important character later on. I mean, it was just more of a guardian or a supervisor where she gets her everywhere. More than that, like
I so someone was talking about how this film kind of uses violence, like the woman has to go through violence and that's the
Hmm.
only part of her in the story. So I was like, "Ah, okay, then the PD teacher makes sense. That she's not just there to but one
Suffer.
thing to note, she's a PT teacher who doesn't give away her lectures because a science and math teacher wants it to complete syllabus. We
I
want more such PT teachers.
yes. Of course. Why not? I would love to
but
have more PT.
I'm sure she maybe they cut it out in the edit because they just can't have that character
Yeah.
just for the sake of it, right?
And that too, it's Mamta Mohandas. Like it's
Yeah,
like they've casted a prominent actor for that role.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Maybe
I mean, when the movie started and she was introduced, the first thought at the end came to my mind, oh, she's getting killed at the end.
no. Even I thought that maybe in the end, second half, there would be some significant role of hers. Maybe she'll play into the story somehow, but nothing happened. So
I
it was
like the scene of Vijay Sethupathi when he sees Anurag Kashyap and he just hits him and he's unable to even process it.
yeah.
That's a good moment.
Yeah, I think I think the movie ends in such a high when Anurag Kashyap realizes the way they have kept it for that very last shot, and then he realizes, and then he repents, and he can't do anything about it. Like you said, the way he acted out that scene, very difficult to do, to get that emotion out. That okay, I have effed up. Now what? And then there's no other way out
You have
than to
effed
just
up. You have done something
uh,
you can't live with.
you
That's
can't
why
live with.
he
You have
unlived
to.
himself.
He unalived himself, and that is the only way out, basically.
Is this
Yeah.
true that the sports teacher is known as Crush? That's why he
I
didn't
do
Let's
remember
highlight this
maybe
comment.
from in Carbon, she was there, and I was
That's why
kind of
he didn't
maybe
have a problem with that
immature to
choice.
Uh,
say that in a review.
uh,
Also,
but
mention this
then
in review.
she was there in Janaganamana also. There, so she had
Yeah,
such a
but that
prominent role.
was a long time, so I don't know.
Yeah, I was
She had
expecting
become mature, right?
I was expecting a similar role that she had in Janaganamana, that she will have some significance at the end, maybe she'll have,
Yeah.
or who knows, end up as a love interest for Vijay Sethupathi or
No, no, I did not go in that direction. But
One more acting choice I didn't like in the film or the direction, whatever. Is it the last time when he's telling the story? Maybe you can make sense out of it, but I would have personally liked it if he doesn't cry. Like he says the story the same way he was telling. And we
mm,
realizing it, what the real story is, who really it all really happened to, that would have should
okay.
have hit us hard instead of him, really getting emotional at the end. And the police inspector says, this is definitely not just about the dustbin. So like that is like, it's like, see, he's getting emotional. Now you realize, it's like very, let it happen. Let me figure it out myself instead of shoving it in my face that, this is emotional.
I think it wasn't such a
But I
big
can
deal for
understand, like,
me.
I can understand that
Like you have to
you
put
can
that
say that
drama
he's tired.
somewhere.
He's like reliving that by
Yeah.
saying it over and over again. So he finally broke down.
See, this film is okay, it's not supposed to be like completely realistic in terms of its characterization. Like I feel everything is a little bit heightened. The comedy, like you said, the action, like Vijay Sethupath's strength, you know, the drama, the emotion. I think everything is heightened in this film. They have kept a part of realism, but not completely real. So there is some disbelief also there. So I think that's just for the elevation and the commercial aspect. That's what I feel.
did any of you feel that after all the build up and the world building, character building, and getting us in there for almost three-fourths of the film,
Yeah.
the final reveal, did you feel it just happened like that very quickly? Like, it the last 20 minutes or so, everything just kept rolling one by one very quickly. Like, did you feel like that? Or is it just me that,
No, I did not feel. For
because
me, I'm telling you, no, for me, this movie, I was like so happy to watch it. Honestly, if you ask me that, okay, what are your negatives? I can barely point it out.
because from the from the
The
point
comments are
uh,
fire.
from the point they revealed that Nalla Sivam was involved,
Hmm.
from there on until the last,
Yeah, it's very fast.
yeah, everything is revealed just like that.
Yeah.
So for me, like, I was getting so much invested from the beginning until that point that I needed to feel those twists and turns a little more and give me a little buffer period to grasp whatever information you have just revealed, and then within few scenes there is another twist which is just shoved into my face. So I just wanted a little bit of
Okay.
yeah.
Is this current Amir Khan really has bought the rights? I did
It's
not
a
know.
news floating, so I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe it's like that kind of a thing, right? They're thinking just float the news what
Okay.
the talk is.
After Lal Singh Chadda, would he again just
No.
do a remake?
He actually is
Yeah.
the Champions movie, right? It's also a remake, which now he's not doing. He's like just producing it.
Okay.
So like
Probably. Probably.
learn Bollywood, learn.
I wanted Ajay
This
Devgan
is
to play
funny.
Vijay's role.
This is too funny.
But I think that these kind of intensity roles, it suits Ajay Devgan because of the eyes and
I don't think that's what he's trying to say, JJ. I don't think that's the point of the
it,
call, the chat.
it's not. Oh, I think I missed out Upar ka sab chats. This is sarcasm? Oh my god. This is another comment. Love the scene where Vijay Sethupathi find out police guy. Yeah, the scar thing on the back. Yeah, is in his house, telling how the theft happened and says he covered him from behind. Right. And you get that hint in the beginning also because when he's in the police also, you see him kind of
Yeah.
touch everybody's back to just find that scar.
And what a fool that guy was, also, just to he could have just said any random story, and then just out of his ego
Yeah,
he's enacting everything that happened with the daughter. So
correct.
I think that was his this right attitude that he cannot be caught. Like there's nothing they can do.
like I'm
Maybe
like he was like, even if I'm caught, my police guys are right now here with
With me, yes. It wasn't sarcasm. No, no. See, you said Ajay Devgan comment was sarcasm. It wasn't.
I because he said Ajay Devgan was slow in procuring rights. So I think he was trying to say that he keeps making remakes and he was just slow this time. Not the
Acha.
fact that his acting is so
Acha.
intense that he can do the role.
Okay, this is interesting. The reveal was not as shocking as the one in Errata or Old Boy.
But that's I think that's a good thing about the film that it's not relying on one shocking event, right?
There are a
That
lot of twists. I think
it's
it's
like
added.
you re-edit the film in a linear fashion.
Yeah,
It all makes sense, as Keshav was saying that it happens too quickly at the end. It's because the way it is, the way the information is revealed to us, that
correct.
is creating, and I think that can kind of give you that climaxing moment that, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, they
Right,
kind of doing it. And I think in the first half, I think the first oh my god moment happens when you realize he actually like he was there at the bar, like, oh, they're
long
doing
back.
that, and
Yes,
then the interval scene is at him beheading him, and then like, oh
right.
shit, this all happened behind, and then the
Exactly.
biggest oh my god is that when Anurag Kashyap enters the barber shop and realize, oh
Yes.
my god, this was totally flip because you're thinking how because they
You're thinking
so well
how he would have
showed
figured out.
the
Yes.
the dustbin was in his house, right?
Yes.
So like
Even I
that
was
is throwing,
confused
it just
initially.
throws you
Like,
off, like,
exactly. That is that I love that. The way it throws you off that, oh, how is the dustbin there? Because that was the question which kept lingering in my mind. How did the dustbin end up in Anurag Kashyap's house? And
yeah.
then all of those things happened. And yes, the
Like,
moment
and I
he
love the
enters
fact
the
they don't
shop.
do any slow motion and a big thadung, big movement there. That's again something I like, that they're not doing the normal stuff, that oh my god kind of moment.
Yeah.
They're playing
You
it no, in real time.
you liked it in the real kind of sense when it's more
Yeah.
real. That's why you
and
did not
and
like the comedy scenes.
and even though the wife and the kid changed houses after that, they still took the dustbin from there to there with them.
Yeah.
It does
That
mean like, yeah, even my family would shift everything. My mother doesn't throw
I
away
shift
anything.
everything. I also shift
Yeah.
everything. So the dustbin
You
has
know, a
traveled many
story
houses.
a story I had I think older videos you must have seen in the background. That table was like, we got it from Delhi when we came to Goa.
Okay.
It was still, it was not that good, but they still kept it for years. And then we moved from one house to this house close by, and it broke. So me and my sister left it there, that throw it out.
Right.
My mother and father went in the evening. They kind of fixed something they did, and they brought it back, and they were still with us for 5 more years. And
Demo.
recently we sold it for 2,000 bucks. A second.
Imagine. Just see.
So
No, it
yeah,
happens. It happens.
that's a very realistic fact, that yes, people carry their belongings everywhere.
Yes. And it just keeps adding. Like no furniture gets discarded. Everything gets
Yeah.
added on top of the other furniture that you already have. That's nice. Why are you not reacting to hip hop songs? Sorry. Please ask me when I do my live stream on a music channel, not for movie.
Even that's due.
That is also due. That
Keshav?
no, in that I think one live stream has happened. That was a Q&A live stream, and yeah, after that I didn't do any live stream. They
You
so
should do a
I
music live stream, man, Keshav.
yeah. No, I keep getting comments like you have not reacted to this, you have not reacted to
I
that. But
had
I react सब कुछ आराम आराम से, but
I
everybody wants it like abhi the reaction.
I had given the idea of the music thing long ago, but it was
Yeah,
not taken seriously. So
Guys, hit the like button if you want that. Or put
yeah.
it this no, Chechi. I think you'd have to open the YouTube community, not community, sorry, YouTube
Poll, na?
studio
I have
music
to.
live
Oh,
stream, where we talk about all the great music we got this year. Keshav will break down what is working, what is. I recently got a guy who did Avesham's music, which is very different kind of music. It's like dark metal. I have no idea.
okay.
What is that called? Dark music or metal kind of music,
Um, I
which is
mean,
not
you're
traditionally used in our movies. So he was like, come on, I forgot his name. Sushin Sham asked him to for a movie, and like it will not work for our
Okay.
audiences and all. And he said, no, no, I'll use it. And he used it in Avesham, and it's now the popular song. So he was kind of
Which
surprised.
music? In this case,
I
you
don't
can
know.
go
I think
around for
Vishnu,
that.
you shared it with me. Vishnu only shared it with
But
me
I
on
want you guys to
Insta.
answer this one. Anticipated films of this year.
अरे कितना ही बचा है भाई.
हाँ,
अरे
बचा
अभी
है अभी आधा
आधा साल ऑलमोस्ट बचा हुआ है.
आधा साल बचा है अभी.
Yeah, you know, after disappointing of Indian 2, not that I was anticipating it, a week before only I saw first Indian. So, but
No, but I was still anticipating a decent film,
yeah, that
like
is
not
I
what
am
we got.
looking
third one.
forward to. There is this Fahad Fazil film coming. I don't remember the name. He revealed about it in that interview with somebody when he was promoting the last film he did. So there,
अच्छा.
yeah. So he said there is a very sweet little nice film which I have done where there is female presence as well. When he was asked this question that your previous two
Well,
films didn't have it. So I don't remember the name exactly because the poster they showed it had Malayalam scripture on it. So
maybe
I
somebody can say it in the
yeah,
comments.
but there is that because I miss that the lover boy Fahad Fazil. So we have not seen him in that sense in a long time. And then Pushpa 2. So that will be again.
I'm
What?
actually waiting for Pushpa too. Yeah.
Pushpa 2, it's like some, you heard the news? Some wild stuff was happening behind the scene. I'm not confirming it. I just heard some
Wild
rumors,
stuff as in.
like something.
Oh,
Okay, I
somebody
don't know if
gave
I
a
want to
super
say it
chat.
on live.
Manik Paul, thank you so much. My
Hey,
my friend Bose was not a fan of Erata ending. Like he genuinely disliked Erata. Okay, so I was hesitant in recommending this film, but he loved the film and thanked me for recommendation. So he loved Maharaja.
I
So
think because this film, doesn't rely on the
that
twist.
one twist,
Yeah,
that
that
one big
one twist
twist.
is not that.
Yeah,
Oh my god, that's what the whole movie is. Everyone is talking about the screenplay. Because it
correct.
keeps you hooked throughout. Like you just,
Throughout. And the editing, I think the editing, I'm sure they have spent a good amount of time thinking about how we're going to sequence this thing because it needs to feel linear even though it's non-linear. That's the thing.
I really like cool YouTubers comment. We should try to guess
This one.
the answer to that
What
question.
would be the first scene if we
Yeah.
rearrange the scenes in the movie in chronological order? That's a very nice question.
I actually
You
did.
thought about it?
Yeah, so I'm actually planning a video. The first scene has to be the first murder when Anurag Kashyap is in that house eating biryani.
Hmm.
Unless I'm wrong.
But this is a good activity that
Because the
one can
first
get
scene of
into.
Vijay Sethupathi is at the barber shop where
Yeah,
Anurag Kashyap shows up. So it
right.
has to be Anurag Kashyap's scene which happens
Before
first.
that. Hmm.
Hmm. Is it
That's
anything more than before that we
good
got?
question. Cool YouTuber. You are cool for asking this.
Living up to your name.
Hmm. Barrows.
Uh,
Somebody's excited. Barrows is
You know,
releasing this year?
oh,
I did
it's
not
been
know.
releasing for 3 years now.
Yeah, I did not know. This is
Even I think
releasing.
ARM is getting
Delayed.
shifted again. Yeah.
Oh,
and isn't Singham Return also coming
no,
this
I
Yeah,
year?
don't
yeah,
think
it's coming this
it
year,
is.
December. Yeah.
Acha,
Diwali, I
December.
think. Diwali they're coming out. Ah, here it is. Should I play the video?
Which one?
The
It was an experiment. How was the Avesham experience? It was an experiment done by Sushin basically. He wanted to do some genre bending thing. And he's like, okay, let's put growling in a commercial
growling.
Growling.
thing.
Growling.
And I told him, like, it won't work out, man. Like, growling in Malayalam music. In a movie, like,
Growling.
Copyright
Okay.
will come, so I'm not playing everything.
Growling is a part of metal
See, I
genre.
was right, Metal.
Metal. We are all
That's
waiting for
metal.
a movie casting Fahad and SJ Surya.
There's a lot going on, like a lot of like Fahad Fasil in Tamil movies and everyone wants to work with Fahad, in any way, form. Every big film they are saying Fahad is coming. I think
I'm
recently
so
Salman
happy.
Khan and Fahad Fasil in which called movie they released. Bull? No, not the Bull. The Sikandar. There are rumors that Fahad is joining him in that film. So I'm like, okay, interesting.
Oh. Nona, what do you have to say about this comment?
This
Looks like Nona visits Sarasa. Dude, I don't understand subreddits, yeah. Is it Andoga? The picture reminds me of Andoga, but is it Andoga? The name is not visible, right? But yeah, subreddits, I don't understand subreddits.
Even I don't. I've never been. The screenplay was kind of similar to a film called The Grudge 2, where the climax tells the story. Up until that point, it would be non-linear play between future and the past.
I'm sure it's not like invented by them,
even
but the way it's done, it's incredible.
even Memento, or if you, like screenplay wise,
Yeah,
even if you see
Yeah,
Oppenheimer,
Oppenheimer is very much
like
that.
Oppenheimer
correct.
has such a, because there also it's, I think it's even more difficult to predict the first scene chronologically in Oppenheimer than Maharaja. Like I have seen it 4 to 5 times, and in theater I saw 4 to 5 times Oppenheimer. I
First
still,
scene has to be
once
this,
I had
no?
decoded, but again I forgot.
First scene has to be him in the college. That's the earliest we see him, right?
No, no. College, when Robert Downey Jr.
No, no, no. When
meets
he's
him for
in
the
college,
first
when
time.
he puts poison in the apple.
Ah,
That's the earliest we
Uh,
see him, right? As a kid, as a
I mean,
student. We don't see him as a kid or when
I
he's born.
think so. Yeah, you
Which
might
the
be right.
Indian fool would definitely show when he's born, and his name was something else, and they changed the name to something. He was destined to become someone like.
But
see
that's
that way.
how we
See
love
that way.
drama.
Even in Maharaja, they show the little kid, right? So then that makes it the first scene
Little
in the
kid?
hospital. In the hospital, when Anurag Kashyap's daughter is born.
Wait, what? I don't remember any
Yeah.
scene like that.
Yeah.
How
There's
do
a
you
scene
know?
of her.
When
There's a
Ammu is
scene of
born,
her being born.
when his wife is there, just after having given the birth, and he takes the daughter in his hands.
Is it part of that song, that montage they play?
I don't remember that, but I remember
I
seeing.
it
Part of
has
a
to be on the
song?
montage. Otherwise, I don't remember.
I remember the
It
little
has to be a
baby.
quick shot.
Yeah.
But then the montage
But
is
still,
they
then you
always
have to.
keep montage is always like they kind of show a live. So if you consider the first scene in a chronology of how things unfold, it has to be the first robbery we see.
This comment is also
Okay.
pretty interesting. Please. If you guys noted, Vijay Sethupathi wears a plain shirt in the
Interesting.
beginning, and later in climax, he wears a checked shirt. And it's been reversed in Anurag's character, which denotes checked shirt as kept secrets from others. Wow, that's a big analogy.
I
Like,
would say check shirt is the who's the father of the girl,
oh,
kind of in a sense.
interesting, Nona. I like that theory more. That's very interesting. I would like to believe that, like the symbolism, like that, because a lot of people, they were talking about the snake and egg ka
Yeah, the
symbolism,
cobra. I actually called
cobra one.
my brother who's doing veterinary.
Acha,
Dude, cobras eat their own. I'm like, yeah, they're cannibal. Like, how
yeah,
do they do it? I'm like, I didn't study that. I didn't study that part. Like, okay, okay.
yeah. That symbolism, I think that was also nice.
That
But
the chat only told me. Even in the review I mentioned, the chat told
acha,
me it's not me coming up with this idea.
ah,
I didn't
no,
get
but
the cobra reference.
oh no, I got it. But I feel like they did that symbolism was very obvious. Like people who know that cobras,
Yeah.
they're like cannot differentiate in the eggs. That was very very obvious that way. Hmm. Guys, please tell us about like
Is
yeah,
anyone there who can confirm what was the first scene of
Wolverine.
Maharaja?
I will
Not
share
Wolverine.
it in my review.
You have already put the review, right?
For Wolverine, no. Deadpool and Wolverine, I did not. I recorded it today. I'll I'll put the review tomorrow.
By then, you can watch my review. You can watch my spoiler long discussion. You can
Yes.
watch my theory video of what the deeper meaning of the film is. So by the
Watch
time
all.
Chechi's review will be out.
Yes. That'll be on Indian Geek Society. Have you posted there?
Yeah, yeah.
Please head to Indian Geek
If you want
Society
to know the
for
deeper meaning behind the movie,
Deadpool versus, oh no, I'm saying versus Deadpool and Wolverine content. Nona
oh, we
does a
reached
great
100
job.
messages.
Oh, that's great. Yay. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Somebody said that please do Shikwa album reaction. It's already done. I'll post it. Editing चल रहा है मेरा उसका. I feel that everybody wants the results कि अभी चाहिए सारे reactions सारे अभी कर दो सब publish कर दो अभी. Doesn't
अभी
happen like
देखेंगे
that.
नहीं कोई.
हाँ. Then I'll get no views. Huh? I'll get only 10,000 views. Nobody watches after that. After recording
Oh,
long,
very interesting
long videos.
question by
Where?
Akhil. First top.
Top.
Well, I have met both of them individually.
Yeah,
I've met Keshav. I've not met Nona.
yeah.
The,
That it feels
as
weird,
usual,
right?
Goa plan gets cancelled all the
Yeah.
time. Like it was
Even my
almost done,
Delhi
Nona.
plan got cancelled.
Yeah.
No, but it's
So
weird. It feels weird that we have never met.
I think
And we know each other for
I
almost
think
what,
I
5
think
years now? No,
5 years.
5 years maybe.
No, I know you guys only
4.
for 2 years,
2020.
2 or 3 years.
1, 2, 3, 4, 4 years.
Chechi and I know each other for
Three.
4 years.
I know for
yeah,
3.
COVID only, right? After
COVID
COVID
only,
only,
na?
yeah.
So 4 years. We know
I
each
know
other
you
for
guys
4 years.
since 2021, so
Yeah.
3 years.
Yeah,
So Nona and
probably
me know.
same.
Nona, you and I have to meet in Kerala only. Now to Goa to and
That'd be
Delhi is so
most
not
poetic.
happening. It'll
That
be
is the
very,
most poetic way to
and I
meet.
think it'll be perfect. That'll be perfect. So
IFFK.
December, right? It's December is always hard. Yeah, first if we
yeah,
happen so close by, December something or the other comes up.
comes up.
And I just realized I'm not a film festival guy, right? I
Acha.
cannot I cannot watch more than two films and they're just people running from one theater to other and just watching
Oh,
films and there's
yeah, I
no
cannot.
pause and like I just want to think about it.
Yeah,
So yeah,
same.
it's
Even
Then,
I don't think I'll be able to do it.
then,
Like I'm not built like that.
even I think one day I did
then Mumbai.
four movies and I was exhausted by the end. I was
Uh,
like, damn done. Next day I didn't watch anything. I was just roaming around the place and everything.
Did you watch Anurag Kashyap's interview with Humans of Cinema? So in that he asked him how many films have you seen in one go?
I think it's at
Like what's your
60
record?
in film fest, something like that.
No, he said 80 something. He said 86 or
In a
87
festival, yeah.
films in 4 days or something
No, 4 days, not 4 days.
would you like to
It's not
comment on
humanly
this?
possible because it's considering.
not sorry
Yeah,
in a
more,
week
yeah,
I
week or
think.
something like that.
Probably.
It's
Nona?
like 6 movies you can watch a day. If
Oh,
I
I
heard
can't.
Nona will be invited in Arm Trailer. I've met
I
the
have seen
director, but
3
I don't think that much that I'll be invited.
in a day. My record of watching back-to-back films in cinema is 3. I've seen 3
Yeah,
back-to-back
I
films
watched
in
it
theater.
when which was it?
You have also done it. You made a video about it.
Yeah, Arey, Prithviraj, Vikram, and Major. Yeah,
Ah,
those three.
so I
And
think
if you all think I'd done 2, 3 a day, but yeah,
no, I think I've also done three, but long back, not recently. Not recently.
I've done it twice. The 3 films thing. Once I watched A Star Is Born, Bohemian Rhapsody.
makes
Okay.
There's one
sense.
more.
You saw them together.
All
Huh?
all music movies.
Dude, I
Yeah.
love
Yes.
Bohemian
And
Rhapsody. I love when they're singing, the lyrics show up. I'm like, this is so cool.
Keshav has watched this film. Nona, have you watched
Yeah,
it?
no, waiting for OTT.
Uh,
which one? No, I've not
you
seen
saw
it.
it, no?
No. I got screener for
No, not
Paradise, not
Acha.
Heaven Sent.
He saw it. Farhad saw it. He watched this film. Correct. Alright. So I think I would like your closing thoughts on Maharaja, and then we can end this live stream.
Well, I hope that the film is closed at Tamil juncture and it's not opened up again in Bollywood or something like the rumors of uh,
Oh,
Amir Khan buying it or something. Because I mean, just if it's gonna be like a frame by frame remake, there's no sense uh, unless you change something or like that. So I just hope that, and anyway there is a Hindi
Hmm.
dub available, right? So if you want to watch it in Hindi, just go watch that. So there's no sense in just spoiling the novelty factor of that. And overall, like I think this film will. It has kind of like brought back that old Vijay Sethupathi, the magic which was kind of missing. Like, do you remember which was his film before this? Like, I can't actually recall what Tamil film did he do before this. That's the thing, right? It
last I
was
remember in
not a
Fuzzy only. Oh, Merry
No, no,
Christmas.
with
Merry Christmas.
like Merry Christmas. नहीं, Tamil में तो I would say the impactful one Vidutalai only I remember.
That also was very last moment he
Very
was added to the
little, very
story.
little. The part
He
two,
was not even
obviously,
part of the film. They later
yeah, he
they
was like a
got him.
ghost. He comes in the end, but then still he is there in the film for whatever screen time. He will be there more in the second one, obviously part two. But yeah, but this one was like completely
yeah,
he owned it completely. He owned.
yeah. It brought him back in the sense like the Setupati we have known since Super Deluxe and the other stuff that made him
Yeah.
what he is today. So it was in that zone only,
Hmm.
acting wise for sure. Uh, so yeah, I think I'll remember this film not just for the revelation at the end, but
Yeah.
also for the
Yeah.
performance he gave, and also pleasantly surprised by Anurag Kashyap's acting. And it's a little it's strange that Anurag Kashyap himself didn't really promote this film as much. Like if you see his Instagram, there's just one post at max that he has
Okay.
put up about that,
Hmm.
and he hasn't really talked much about it on other platforms as well for some reason. So I
See, the
don't know.
truth
Okay.
is, actors do marketing because they are paid for it, or it's part of the contract. If they are
It
not,
is
they are not
actually
gonna,
part of the
you know.
contract. Yeah. PR
And I
is a
think
big
he's
part of the
busy with his
contract.
own film. Sharing on social media is the thing they can do.
Yeah. But
But
Nona,
honestly,
your
like, who
closing
really
thoughts?
thinks he's a star, right? So I
That
don't
is
think even
also
he
there.
thinks that. My
But
closing thoughts.
No, but
Yeah.
Nona, continue.
Oh, I continue. Okay.
Yeah.
My closing thoughts. I think one thing we didn't talk about is the the problematic angle of using such a topic as a plot point, which is highly talked about, which I actually didn't think like that, because I think if they really wanted to use it, they would have reviewed it in the beginning only, because it will be much easier to make us sympathize with the character, and
Yeah.
so them doing it
Even
very
I
late,
didn't
and
think.
even those moments when such events happen, even they don't show it, we don't hear anything, it's done off screen totally.
Yeah.
So I think they were quite respectful of it, and I think the scene of the daughter wanted to talk to him, and it's not played, oh, he's your father actually, and oh my god, trauma and everything. She is like kind
Yeah.
of giving a statement there that
Right.
you did something wrong, but that will not stop me from living,
Yeah.
whatever you think and all of that. So that was a, I think, interesting moment, and I didn't feel they played that as a plot point in the film. And then the theory that why women only have to go through all this trauma for the men to fight, and I'm like, because that's what happened in society, right? We don't live in
Yeah.
an ideal world where none of this happens.
Yeah.
So when you're showing a story like that, it has to be like this, right? It cannot be,
Yeah.
you cannot make it more sensitive. Okay, let's not go there, but that happens.
Yeah.
Brutal stuff, then this happens, so. And I think the point of the film is showing it to the people who even think, and not just people who do it, people who talk about it or think about it, that they
Yeah.
can get away with it. It's the big, I think, kind of a tale of caution, that karma will come back, so I think it's important message at the end, which it gives. And maybe that's the reason I would not mind a remake, but I feel like it's available in Hindi, so why, like, if Great in Kitchen, I feel like it should be remade in every language, because it reaches to everyone.
Hmm.
But if it's available in all languages, then don't remake it.
Yeah.
you know.
Okay. So
But
same
whereas
thought.
that film has more cultural context, but this film is a thriller, so I don't think it needs to be remade. But yeah,
Right.
my parting thoughts.
But that's very interesting what you said, ki it kind of took a problematic thing, because I also didn't think like, okay, maybe from the male gaze somebody wouldn't understand. But from a female gaze also, I never thought that okay, they are making it this topic as a cash cow, that
Yeah.
okay, this is commercializing on the trauma, which is really really painful, because that was not the center point of the main plot. That reveal comes at the very end. So I don't think they kind of utilized it that way. And for me, I think this definitely, my closing thoughts is that this is a very well made film, well edited and directed, and also well acted film. Yes, there are certain things that might not resonate with people, like you rightfully pointed out about the police thing. Say I am okay with it, you are not okay with it, but that's just individual opinions. But I think it's a very very entertaining film, and people, yes, so it might put people in at a discomfort in the end when those reveals happened and what is the actual context and when the relationships get revealed. But I think, like you said, we don't live in an ideal world, and these topics, if they are part of the film's narration, why not? If it is bringing some sort of awareness also in a commercialized way, I'm fine with it, because I also did not think that it was using this trauma topic uh, for profitability sense or for commercial sense or for entertainment sense, because I could feel the pain. By the end of it, I could feel the pain, and I thought, yeah, like that moment when the daughter goes and talks to him, that was a very very powerful moment, and it speaks a lot. And like as you said, it was not highly dramatized or anything like that. She just goes, she tells him, and she walks out. So very well made film, will definitely.
It was also nice to see the kindness she shows to him, that I am gonna let
Yeah.
you live. So that's also another sort of angle which might get under the carpet, but it's But do you think that in the hospital, when she gets her father to promise that
I want to talk
put
to the
me,
person. Yeah.
I want to talk to the person. So
Yeah.
this thing came to my mind at one point that, see, Anurag Kashyap's character didn't rape the girl, right? It was the
Yeah.
other character.
He let it happen.
He let
Yeah,
it happen. He was fine with it.
yeah. So when she said, "Put me in the room," who has put me here? Like who is responsible for this? Didn't it apply to Nalla Sivam? Because he was the if you see the biggest culprit, like he raped her
Mm.
twice, right? So
Yeah. That.
she was never put in the room to talk to him. He was killed way before. So
Correct.
like in that sense, like it's again a little bit of ambiguity is there.
Correct. But I think that probably is for that impact only. Maybe that dialogue could have been said in a different way. Because obviously Vijay Sethupathi knows who she is and who he is. So he definitely wanted,
Even
them face to face.
there's a very interesting scene which I'm still thinking about, what it adds. There's a scene, in her when she's gone, right? In that whatever it's called, sports meet, whatever it was.
Yeah, yeah. The
There, a
camp.
girl takes her
Shoes.
shoes and she's like,
Yeah.
"You should have asked permission. It's not
But
that wouldn't have given it. You should
yeah,
have asked." And then she shows authority in the film, even when Vijay
correct.
Sethupathi.
And
So that
anyway,
was
but you know what? I also thought there is some significance because she anyway stole it in the end. Like,
no, no, no.
because
She gave
No,
it
no, no.
to
She
she
her.
gave
gave
it.
it back, but then
She
she,
no, no.
No, no. Later
She
on,
gave it to her, and that's why she said, "Bring me new shoes now."
she
yeah,
gifted.
correct. So, oh, okay, okay, okay.
She gifted it to her.
Then I read the scene wrong. Then
No,
I read the
because
Yeah.
scene wrong.
because when they show the other girl, the expression on her face is such that, oh
Smiling.
yeah. So she. So
Oh,
Because she
I thought it
doesn't.
was a sly smile. I actually thought it was a sly
No, no,
smile.
because why would in the open putting the shoes there? Because she says, she doesn't say that I've given it to her. She's not accept like taking on that, I gave my shoes to her because she doesn't
like a
Yeah.
have them.
surprise gift.
I
She
think
just
she said that, I've lost mine, so please get me new one, and I want blue one this
Yeah,
time, and
because
something like
when
that.
because of that dialogue only, I thought, okay, she anyway just probably took it, and this girl is like, okay, भाड़ में जाए, ये तो मतलब चोरी
Very
रहेगी.
funny that
Yeah.
you, without permission, took her shoes, and
Yeah.
then when you gave her back, she, said something to you, and then you stole it.
I was like, this girl is like भाड़ में चाहिए तो चोरी करेगी, चोर तो चोर ही रहेगा types, you
No,
know?
because see, even when she confronts her at the first time,
Yeah.
after that she says, "Okay, let's go for dinner now." So she's not keeping any hard feelings. So I understood that later on she gifted it to her, and the smile
Okay.
on her face was not an evil smile, which you read it to
Oh,
be.
I read it as evil smile. Okay, so that has got clarified in the stream. See? Oh, okay.
This is the reason why we do live
Live
streams.
streams,
See,
yes.
people have asked next live stream date.
Good joke.
अरे सुबह उठेंगे नहीं पता नहीं नेक्स्ट लाइव स्ट्रीम डेट.
I don't know, guys, but
Guys, it'll be 30th February 2025.
no, I want to do a live stream because I've told Farad that I will do a live stream with him for
You didn't even
Deadpool.
you didn't get
Deadpool.
my joke. It was such
No. Yeah, you said that it'll never happen, but I am telling you it'll happen because I want to do a live stream spoiler talk for the Deadpool and Wolverine.
Okay.
Nonato has done all the discussions on his channel.
I am yet
So
to watch that film.
you are yet to watch. So Farad and I decided that we will do it. So maybe tomorrow,
And you
guys.
guys, no, tomorrow I am doing Maharaja on my channel with Farad, so he's not available.
Oh no, he might
Aditya
he
Aditya
he might
Babu
be
has
available
a
earlier.
comment.
No, he said 9:30 to me.
Huh?
Don't
So
answer.
I'm
Don't
doing it
answer it.
before. What is the comment?
Third one about your
Bengali
Oh,
or Hindi.
watch old videos to know the
yeah.
answer.
Or wait for 1 million subscriber video where she'll reveal it.
Yeah.
Akhil is asking the symbolism of snake. I think we
What
talked
was
about
this
it.
We talked
symbolism?
about it. Yeah.
We talked about it.
Go back in the
So
video.
watch the stream.
Did you guys watch Ulladukku?
I haven't watched it.
Arif, just now we talked about it, no?
When did we talk about Ulladukku?
Just now, Chichi
Just
asked
now,
you.
I
You have
asked
seen it now, and you said no.
I,
I've not seen
I,
it.
I was like, no, Keshav, you have watched this film, I think.
No, I said I haven't seen Deadpool. That's what I
No,
said.
I was not
Not
talking
now. Very
before.
back in the stream. Someone
When?
asked that movie, and we said you have not seen it, waiting for OTT. And then she said Keshav has seen it, and you said no, I have not seen it.
I think,
And she was like, oh, he has not.
but I think he has seen it. You
I
have,
have.
right? Yes. See? What the hell?
I thought you were talking about some other movie at that time.
Oh my God, the revelations, twists and turns, guy, just like Maharaja.
Just like
No, I thought you were talking about either Deadpool or some other movie at that time, or
no.
maybe your voice got stuck or something. And I can't recall you asking me that at all.
I'm telling
I
you,
showed the comment.
if we keep going, no, some relation will come up now between us also.
But
Oh.
Nuna, have you seen it?
No,
I've also not seen it.
waiting for OTT. You just
Waiting
said
for
sometime back also.
I think Keshav would have zoned out in that part.
He was thinking about Bohemian Rhapsody and Star is Born.
Somebody did mention that it is out on some OTT platform.
Which?
Not according to my sources.
In
So
In the comments only somebody
If it was out, Vishnu would have let me know. Right,
Wait,
Vishnu?
see
Vishnu gives me all the recommendations. Where?
Abhijit Nayar's comment. Ulladukku is streaming on Simply South, I think.
I don't even know what's that.
I also
Akhil's comment is I hope it comes true. But
Akhil,
that's not very optimistic though.
let's manifest this.
I'm not optimistic about
Guys.
GTA 6, so it's a long, like it can be tomorrow, 200 years. So
Guys,
the
So
range is very big.
let's not put this cap.
GTA 6 के पहले मेरा 10,000 भी हो जाए, I'll be happy.
Chalo. But guys, thank you so much for joining the stream. I hope I can do it often. Huh? Nona and Keshav don't push me. It's their
Yeah.
fault. They need to push me to do live stream on my channel.
It's on us now.
Yes, it's their
We
fault.
don't push her
Please-
enough. And if we
blame
push her,
them.
we'll get blamed that we are misogynist and
No, I'll not blame you. You guys will not
I
blame them
was-
for
I
all
was-
this stupidity, but you will blame them for me not doing enough live streams.
I was not even a part of this original stream. I self-invited myself. right? And I keep asking both of you. I've stopped even asking in the group. I ask individually now.
Oh my God, we have a group, right?
Yeah.
Revelation. I had totally forgotten about it.
I push at
Oh,
times whenever I can.
I'm telling you, सब निकल रहा है सब अब बस करो.
I just remembered right now we have a group. Like, I had totally forgotten.
And you made that group and you named it Nona, Ash and Kesh ka group. Aisa something like that you named
Kesh ka nahi, Keshav ka group.
it.
So, guys, if I don't do enough live stream, please flood their DMs and convince them,
Nice.
and they will convince me.
Nice way to do it.
Yes. So, guys, thank you so much. Watch Devadutan. I will try my best, guys. Seriously. So, guys, thank you, Keshav, Nona, for joining. Thank you, chat,
Pleasure.
for joining.
Hit that
Thank you,
like button.
everyone.
It's
Hit
just
like,
30 likes.
go
Please,
to Keshav's channel, go to Nona's channel, subscribe to their channel. Keshav ke
multiple
10,000 karo.
multiple channels.
Nona to has like 500 channels. I don't know.
Man.
Please go to his channel and figure it out. Okay.
No,
Whenever you see my face, just watch the video. It's
Bas.
okay.
Done.
I just have two channels. All Things Cinema is where we do this cinema stuff. But people who don't know me, who have come from Ashmita's side or Nona's side, I'm a musician primarily.
Yes.
So please go.
Oh my god.
Yes.
What a revelation.
So please go and listen, stream my music so that I can pay my bills. Thank you.
Yes.
And please
Yes.
flood Ashmita's DM so she reacts on my music.
Yes. I have to react to a lot of pending music. If I go live on that other channel now, I'll be just only nobody's gonna chat with me. Everybody's going to just say react on this, react on this, react on this. So that's why I'm scared to go live on that channel. So
You
anyway,
get copyright on those,
on
right?
every song.
Oh my god.
So
I
there's
I
no
think we should do this. We should
I get
do a
copyright on
music stream where we just watch our favorite music and
So
listen to this, and
there's
it will get blocked and claimed
I
in how
don't get
much time.
yeah, I don't get paid on any of the videos. You know,
any
when
of
I see
it.
videos, music reactions crossing 1 lakh and all, it hurts me because I make
But,
anda from those
but
videos.
Okay.
there's no shared revenue or something like that as well.
No, 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 no.
Anda, zero
So you should try to
revenue.
make it in a way ना कि cut करके edit ऐसा करो कि
But
वो
then everybody wants to see the full song reaction.
वो
So,
It's
अपना
like,
Patreon चालू करो
see,
Patreon चालू करो.
it's like yeah, that's a good idea, but it's also like even I do that sometimes. I get a claim, but I know this video will get a reach, and like that reach is much better. At least they'll come and watch other videos which
other
I'm
videos.
making
I
myself.
see I see a lot of reaction videos where they do edited
Mute.
stuff on YouTube and full version के लिए Patreon का link दे देते हैं. That's how people start following them on Patreon because they're interested to see their whole reaction.
See, India
Manoranjan
Patreon, the
series
issue
watch
is
along.
people don't want to pay.
Pay.
Second
Yeah.
issue is you're taking them to another platform, which is too much work,
Work.
and then they have to pay there, and so it's not very.
So even for members only,
Yeah, membership you can do, which is on YouTube, but YouTube does take a
You'll
cut
still
in that.
but YouTube will still take the
No, they'll
claim on that video.
No, claim it, right? But they are paying you
Ha,
for the membership, no?
paying you, correct.
Yeah.
Manorantangal series watch along. I will do it on. I will not do a watch along, but
I've not done
for
any. I've never
this,
done any watch-alongs na, with you guys. Live watch-along I've
No.
never done.
nahi.
We
Yeah.
can
I'll
do
do a
we can do
recorded edited.
not Janeman.
Janeman?
Kuni Ramayana.
No, na tum to रहने ही दो.
यार
Like,
मैं तो ready हूँ यार. You are
You are not
shifting. You are not
forcing.
well. You do this and that.
I
And
am
you have
shifting
job now.
always.
So
I am
not on me.
shifting all
Yeah.
the time.
I said everyone, I'm ready. I have the movie ready. Everything done. I'll stream it. I'll have everything set up. You just have to share the link on your
Okay,
channel.
how
Done.
about wait? Let's do this. Okay, we'll decide today when
What is
Uladu,
streaming turn into?
when Uladu comes. We'll do a live watch-along. What do you think about that?
You could have watched it, na.
I
It's
have
not
seen
a-
it, but I can be like I can see your reactions to that, right?
ये
I
तो
don't think
अलग
it's a reaction worthy kind of movie. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's people would still join.
Like
the
a kind of
stream.
so what happens in a slow burn film, right? Like you
We are
don't
just
want to sit
watching.
like this.
Yeah. We're just
You
watching
need to
like
keep
this.
engaged, right?
Yeah.
Plot gives you something, so you say something out loud, or you create moments to talk and everything, and then it, you know,
I mean,
it's
it's anywhere short, not too long a film. It's around 2 hours, and it does have its moments. So I think it people would see. People love you
Nona's
guys. People will
Nona's
always.
film, Nona's recommendation. He has been
I think
watching
Kundiana
series.
Maina is a better job. We'll
Kundera.
be
Yes,
dying and laughing, and we can do that.
let's watch that.
And she
Yeah.
hasn't seen that also. Ambal Nadale, that movie.
Guru Ambal,
Guruvayur
Guruvayur Ambal.
Ambal
Yeah.
Nadale.
Oh,
Yeah.
The
I've watched it half, but I was not well.
Yeah.
So
Enough.
guys,
Enough. Don't continue.
what? Why? I liked it. It was fun.
The first time is good. Then not.
Ah,
that was also reaction worthy.
acha. Chalo,
Oh, I
theek hai.
remember in theater there were three girls next to me, and they were just cracking on every dialogue. I just felt like FOMO, like I'm missing so much.
Yeah, it
Especially
happens with
the
the
climax.
subtitles.
There's some actor shows up, which is some older film of Prithviraj, and they're just screaming and they literally like shouting like,
It's a
okay,
little
I'm missing something.
it's a little worrisome that all the options that we can think of right now for a watch along, none of it is Bollywood or Hindi OTT.
Yes, but
Oh,
guys, we will do it. Let's figure it out in our group.
Kill. If you
Let's
have not
make the
seen
group
Kill,
active.
Yeah,
I've
Kill
watched
is a good
Kill.
reaction
I
worthy. Yeah.
I love that movie.
I
Yeah.
have not seen yet.
Please watch if you like Khoon Kharaba. Like watching, not if you like Khoon Kharaba, like watching it in
Chechi,
excess.
end it
Like
now. We are we are going in the wrong direction. Just
I,
end
I,
it.
I do like I watch a lot of serial killer stuff, so I will
yeah.
like
But I watch a lot of true crime, so I'm very
same
fascinated.
same same.
Oh.
Yeah. So okay, guys, this will go on and on. We will continue this chat in the group in our
This
group. Let's
felt
make
like
In the dead group,
in the
how
dead
our
group.
mummy and neighbor auntie just they sit and then they think now I leave and then they keep standing, they're talking, and then they're talking on the door. And it's an hour
Exactly.
now, and they're not. Yeah.
Exactly. So, guys, thank you so much. Thank you for coming. Bye bye. I'll see you soon.